Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, sir. My name is Masda Karima Soli, and my NPM is 20 and 34. And in this lovely time, I would like to present about British culture. Okay, British geography. The British Isles of the Republic of Ireland and Great Britain, including Scotland, of Northern England. Gaelic is a group of Irish languages including Scottish, Highlands and Welsh among others. The pound is the currency of Great Britain. A more is a dessert of bases and crises. Great Britain is a non-island country. London is the largest city in Western Europe. The British Isles are in northwestern Europe. Scotland, Scot first, Scotland, Scotland in a divided into two parts of highlands and islands. Some divide it into three central plains, highlands and islands, mountain and less populated. May see this kind of landscape and islands are not good for agriculture. Gaelic is the source of most of the red hats in the world of a Republic of Ireland. Gaelic tends to be far from the population center and in the west, people speak mostly Irish. The language is shrinking even though all children are required to study in school. English is the most commonly spoken language at home. Hypotheses start from England, the centre of the British economy and one of the strongest in Western Europe. London is the largest city in Western Europe, right down to this parliament in a Big Ben, Big Ben. Not the name of the clock or the tower, but rather the name of the bell is this tower. Tower Bridge and Pub London is said to have had countries every country in Europe. And next is the British government. The two houses of the Parliament of the United Kingdom, the House of Lords and the House of Commons, are beside the place of Westminster, also known as the House of Parliament in London. The place lays on the north bank of the River Thames in the London Borough of the City of the Westminster. Close to the government building of Whitehall, the UK government is normally formed by the leader of the party that wins the most seats in the general election. All action by the government, and particularly its proposal to amend or create law, are scrutinized within Parliament. And what is a family life like in Britain? Changing values and norms of the British family. The family in Britain is changing. The once typical British family headed by two parents has undergone substantial change during the 20th century. In the particular, there has been a rise in the number of single-person households, which increased from 18 to 29% of all households between 1971 and 2002 by the year 2020. It is estimated that there will be more single people than married people. 50 years ago, this would have been socially unacceptable in Britain. Family size. On average, 2.4 people live as a family in one home Britain. This is smaller than most other Europe countries. And how to greet someone in Britain? The first in the handshake. A handshake is the most common form of greeting among the English and British people and is customary when you are introduced to somebody new. And the next is the kiss. It is only when you meet friends who you haven't seen for a long time that you would kiss the cheek of the opposite sex. In Britain, one kiss is general enough. And the next is formal greeting. The usually formal greeting is "How do you do?" and a firm handshake, but with a lighter touch between man and woman. How do you do is a greeting, not a question, and the correct response is to repeat "How do you do?" You say that this when shaking hand with someone. And next is informal greeting. Hi or hello, morning or afternoon or evening. We drop the word could in informal situation. Who's you? Fine, thanks you. Thank you. Thanks, cheer. We sometimes say cheers instead of thank you. You may hear cheers said instead of goodbye. What are you really saying is thanks and bye. And the next topic is social class system in Britain. Britain was once a class-ridden society. Today, multiculturalism and a changing economy are gradually eroding the British class system, but some features of the system still remain. What is class? Sociologists define social class as the group of people by occupation. Doctor and lawyers and university teachers are given more status than unskilled laborers. The British social class system. The British society has often been considered to be divided into their main group of classes. The upper class, often people with inherited wealth, including some of the old families, with many of them being titled aristocratic. The middle class, the majority of the population are of Britain, including industrialists, professionals, business people, and shop owners. Lower and working class. People who are agriculture, manufacture work, and the British class system today. Although some people in the UK still refer to themselves as working class, lower middle, or upper middle, and of course there are two who think themselves as a elite class. Okay, I think enough. Thank you and goodbye.